Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. After all these years, we're still stuck in this perpetual state of waiting on things to change for the better. We're just passing through life, casually going about our days, worshiping our 9-to-5 jobs like it's the only thing that we were ever made for. In the meantime, the United States government has become the most evil, vile, despised, corrupt ruling class on the face of this earth. A reputation that has been earned by them, not given. And it's always been that way since the day that our Constitution was first signed. Because what the Constitution did was create a top-down, centralized power structure in the form of a ruling class that can issue proclamations on a whim that we all have to live under. And to carry this out, they live off of robbing and extorting money from us, backed by their threats of violence and duress. Doesn't seem so much like representative government, does it? Everybody who believes in government of any kind is a statist and needs to hear this message. Statism is its own religion, and not just any religion. It's a cult. A violent cult of people that threatens to harm and cage you if you don't bow to every one of their scribbles on paper known as law. Unfortunately, thousands of people across the country who say they're in the freedom movement are statists, such as Dr. Jane Ruby, Mike Adams, and even Peggy Hall. Although they rightfully condemn the feds, they still believe in local law enforcement. If you have a state, and have within that state a police force, then what you have is a police state. It's the exact opposite of freedom and the most hypocritical concept that a fake freedom person can vouch for. A police state. Even conservative podcasters such as Megyn Kelly and Dave Smith are statists because they still believe in the idea of voting. These days, people are wired to just spread awareness given all the fast forms of communication that have come about due to the advancements in technology and AI. When influencers, podcasters, social media, and the internet are our main sources of information, that means that we have a society that does not run on action steps to solve the problems that the government has created for us. Yes, we do have to change how people think in order to change how people behave. And you have to change how people behave in order to make society fundamentally different. For society to actually change, people need to change not just their mindset, but their behavior. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. I'm trying to do something about that, which is why I'm coming to you from my new home on the East Coast. If just 15% of the total population has a change in mindset, but also believes in working together to build a parallel society, can you imagine what can be accomplished? Now, I don't consider the homesteaders to be a part of this group because that's already been accomplished. There's pockets of homesteaders scattered all over the country. If you want to go and live off the grid, farm all day, and have no contact with the outside world, then be my guest. I'm talking about action steps that lead to the slow collapse of government in order to push humanity forward, like a volunteerist society in air travel, where we fly freely and unimpeded on our own terms without having to go to the mainstream airports and have our natural human rights be violated and abused. We're never going to push humanity forward as long as we have government. Ponder those quick thoughts, and I'll see you back here next time, where I encourage folks to do something and take action instead of spreading awareness and doing nothing.